blank spread, and today is Unleashed. And funnily enough, my first thought was the literal use of the word leash and drawing like a bunch of dog leashes in different colored stripes. Don't ask me why that was my first thought, but actually I ended up watching the class on Get Messy today, and because they have them every day. And Mona did fun just letting loose, and when she said unleashed, it was like, you know, just go crazy with your ideas and materials, etc., and don't stop to you know, think too much. And so I'm going to do that. And although I'm not doing the leashes like so literal like I'd originally thought, I am going to, I have obviously put them in stripes versus you know, random shapes, I guess. So I guess these could be like little leashes, I guess. Or maybe I could, the colour of this tape doesn't matter. It's probably almost certainly going to come off. I'm going to start by using some of my shimmery sprays. I never use these. These are by Art Philosophy. And this one is called Magic Stone. I don't even remember what colours these are, but that's what makes it more fun. Oh, good. I just missed so much of my page. Oh, man. Oh, that's quite dark, actually. Totally have forgotten what this is like. That is so funny, though. I got my desk. I got everything without move. Sarah. So let me stand in here a little bit. And this is like an ink. I have loads of colours. Let's do another one. This one is Brimstone Wings. We're just unleashing all the ideas. And hopefully they won't go through to the other side, but even if they do, doesn't even really matter. This one is Berry Wine. Stay in sections, I guess. And this paper is great for, like the paper in the book that I got from Get Messy. I like that it's so thick, it doesn't really go through. Although even if it did, the other side is so layered, I think we'd be fine. Okay, now let's also unleash by getting a bunch of colour on the page. Get some good old acrylics. And just, this is just the colour that happens to be out. And I cut my sponge down into a somewhat fun shape. Doesn't really matter, it's just so I can spread the colour a little easier. I kind of like how this has made this fun like texture through, and the spray has immediately stayed with that texture. Very cool. I guess this is the pink leash of Unleashed. I want to get a little more thickness on the page, because the next step that she did, which I liked, was she wrote with the back of a paintbrush through the paint, sorry. And I want to kind of do that same thing. I'm literally just playing. I'm not really thinking through any of this. Well, that's quite interesting. So we are still drying, and in the video that Mona made, she did use a focal point with Collage. I went to get my magazines and I was like, you know what, I really want to stick with my original thought of Unleashed being about dogs, and I forgot the other day I had collected from a really fun dog book that was being thrown out some images of these fabulous dogs in little outfits, and I'm wondering if there's a way to include one of these images. They are just, this one's kind of fabulous with the pink, but I think he'd take up the whole space. Might cut round and see what we can come up with here, but it doesn't have anything on the other side, thank goodness, so I only have to pick from the dogs that I have. But oh, I went over a whisker, sorry buddy, I have to draw those on again. But I don't know which one I'm most drawn to, but I kind of love that Unleashed, my first thought was, you know, dogs on the loose. and dog leashes. And then I've written unleashed creativity, but yeah, it doesn't mean you can't have fun with it. Just cutting around a little bit. I kind of like that it has a rip too. Maybe I just really love this necklace. I don't want to cut it out. It might just be too big to fit on. You're not going to see any of that background if I use him. Let's see. What about you? Maybe this is the one. I'm going to rip actually across. Because obviously you want to see some of the background, otherwise what was the point in making it? And this one was slightly damaged en route anyway. It has a mark across it. So ripping it is kind of a fun way to get some rigid lines as well. Well, not rigid, like ripped lines. Now if I do this, I am going over my writing. Kind of becomes the entire focal point, which I'm not certain I want to do yet. But that's okay, we're still in the playtime, so this might all end up not being utilised, but I'm trying to see here if we can find
back on the speed through, and I wanted to do this just to show you the process itself is quite interesting because all of these pages start one way and end a completely different, and I think the first layers are fun to create. I unleashed my creativity and just got going with it, but the beauty of it is that a lot of it you don't even see at the end. That's part of the fun. It's just the joy of creating is more important than the end result, because a lot of that you don't even see in the end. Went over and over with layers, acrylic, calligraphy paint and inks, just using a lot of different things. I did want to see some of that backdrop that I originally did, and so I decided to rip the central image a little bit more to get more of that showing underneath. And yeah, basically what you're seeing here is this process that takes a long time. And so I like to speed it up for you guys. Otherwise, it would be probably a good 30 minutes of playtime.
I'm feeling like he's nearly done, but I just need something here. I don't know what that is yet. I was thinking maybe something lacy, something white. I also have these stencils that maybe I could over the top put some white perhaps. Kind of want like a lacy, oh, it might be a little too thick there, my goodness. I actually just found these little lacy butterflies, but they're too like natural colored, so I'm going to just put a little bit of white over the top to brighten them up. Bright acrylic, and then see how that looks on top. That might be better. I just feel like it really needs something lacy to match this top part, perhaps. Don't need it to look like a butterfly exactly. It's more just this lacy aspect I like the idea of. And these are stickers I've been waiting to use for a while, so they've been sat in a drawer. So it seems like a good time to bring them out. I'm thinking just to sort of offset that side, perhaps putting one up here with the actual lace, perhaps. Maybe it goes under, like so. Again, just in with a bit of the white. I'm not mad at that, actually. I quite like that. I feel like it was needing something, and I might put a little more black over here. I guess tie in little dark patches too. Unleashed, you can see here. I think we are done, actually. I like him. And let me put the light, open the curtain so you can see this metallic shimmer. Really fun metallic shimmer. There is our unleashed